All right. It is Thursday, April 4, just after 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I've got 4 charts ready to go here. Took a bit of time to find 4. So hopefully these will hold up for me. So the market looks pretty interesting today. There was news around 5:30. Shot up pretty strong. More in a measured move off the first leg. I'm considering making it a rule when there's 3 bars stacked up that I don't take a trade. Technically, this is a first entry, second entry short. It's also a first entry long, second entry long if it ticks above next. So I have a soft rule right now that I'm just skipping these to see how they play out, because I'm noticing a lot of times they don't work even on winning charts. Still haven't reached my profit target. It reached 10 ticks. So I'm not going to be using this chart anymore. So that was a burn. That's why I'm skipping trades like that for now. It seems like that's another area where I pick up more losses lately. So if there's any instances on winning charts where there's more likely to be losses, then I think I could just drop those entries. It's a little bit of a more subjective feel to it, but I recognize them at this point. And it's really just keeping me out of the sideways stuff. I just missed this entry. I clicked the sell just a moment too late. That's too bad. It was only 35 tick bar. I was waiting to see where it was going to close, and then it triggered too fast. It's really sideways so far since I've been on. Market this week is just really not been a great market for me to trade with my system. There's also just been, it's either completely sideways like this or it's these moves up, right? Of course, I only trade the first 2 to 3 hours from the market open, or regular session open. So it seems like later in the day there's been some more action. All right, so I'm just waiting patiently for the market to decide if it wants to ever move in a direction other than sideways. Has a little bit of a head and shoulders feel up here. Not that I trade that pattern, but I'm just going to sit on my hands while it's sideways like this. All right, this is another chart I have to throw away and not trade with right now. There was a, let's see. Yeah, so a new high, first entry, second entry above here. That didn't hit my profit target. So I'm not going to trade with this chart any longer. So I'm down to 2 charts. I'm going to check for charts that are just for my 11 tick regular scalp instead of trying to go for more. All right, so I found one extra chart that I can trade, going for 11 ticks on that one. And then the other 2 charts I have, I could go for a little bit more than 11. Right now it's giving me the feel of like wanting to close the gap of the previous day close. but try not to be too biased here and just to follow my system. Didn't get filled. Didn't get filled on my PA account. Not sure what happened here. Shoot, now the PA account got filled. All right, I don't know what happened here. Something with the copier got messed up. So I just exited because I didn't understand what was happening. So I took a $76 hit. That should be a winning trade. It's like I got filled on the reverse order. I should just cancel the whole thing before it got me into that trade, but I didn't think it was going to do that. All right, well, that's really annoying. At least I just took a small hit. I have a feeling that it didn't pick up my order on the fill for the long. And then somehow my stop order must have still been there. Or what was it? I guess when my stop order moved to capture the profit, it created the opposite direction trade. What was supposed to be my exit became an entry on the copier. So that really sucks. It's really annoying. And after 2 days of not getting a trade, well, I'm not going to add it to my stats as a win or a loss. I mean, if anything, it should be marked as a win. Maybe because I decided to enter it so late. It was like right before it, right before my leader account, which is a sim account, got activated, or before it triggered. I entered, so maybe the order for the copier just went in late. I don't know. That's disappointing. Definitely doesn't help the cause to get a payout this week. It always seems like every time I'm this close to getting a payout one way or the other, I have an issue of either a loss or even a winning trade sets me back. Yeah, just the struggle is real. The struggle continues. All right. Well, it feels great to have a winning trade and be down $77. Sometimes I think I should just not do the copier thing anymore, but it makes it so much easier for me, especially since I'm doing this on YouTube. Because the thing is, I don't want to bring up this thing, whatever they call this, what do they call it? The chart trader. I don't want to bring this up and have to change accounts here because I have my live account there, which has my full name. So I prefer the copier so I don't have to show that. And I can just choose what accounts and how many contracts to trade, just all in one window. And then I don't have to show my name, my full name. But then I think, well, if I'm having these kinds of issues, then it's not like I'm copying more than one account really. So if I'm going to have these kinds of issues and take a loss on an important account like this because of a trade copier issue, then, I mean, the other thing I can do is just move this off screen and do it. And I can change it here. Maybe that's just what I have to do. Yeah, see here, it's like I got entered in a sell and then I bought my way out of it. It's too bad because if I just waited, it would have turned into a winning trade, but it's not the trade I wanted to enter, and I'm just leaving it into fate. What's going to happen after that point? So it's not something I really want to do. All right, so I'm going to try doing it without the copier and see how it goes. Really annoyed by this. At least it wasn't worse, but yeah, when I recognize something was going wrong with my entry on the PA account, it's like, yeah, if you want to watch it just get worse and worse and worse, so if this thing just kept going up, yeah, then could really put my account at risk. So I think I did the right thing by just getting out and taking the hit, even though it should have been a winning trade. Just not a lot of volume today. So I just remembered again that Replicanto sent out an updated copier that I never did update to. Maybe I need to do that. It's been working mostly good for me. So I'm just making this blue, just to remind myself. Should have been a winning trade, but it wasn't. It's not the normal loss. And yeah, I'm just not going to even include it in my stats, even though it should have been a winning trade. Maybe I should include it in my stats. I don't know. Trying not to let it bother me too much, but it does bother me because I waited 2 days previously without any trades. So to take a trade on the account that is so close to a payout, should have had a winning trade and could have been one trade away from qualifying for a payout now. Instead, I have a $75 hit. I don't want it to let me affect me for the rest of my trading session, but it's affecting me. So I'm skeptical of shorts because I've got 2 clear legs down and kind of like a double bottom here. So I don't really feel good about a short. This chart has no losing entries, and there's a second entry short setting up. potentially under this bar or under the next bar. I'm supposed to go short here if it triggers. Now I don't know, not feeling good about today. Like I just have that feeling of like, okay, it's not going to trigger maybe. Just have that feeling of like, man, just jinxed today with what happened on that first trade. Do I go short if it triggers? I've just seen this so many times where it's two legs down, a double bottom, and then you get a second entry short and it doesn't work. There's room for it to work to the bottom of these, though. Not a particularly huge bar, 38 ticks. Seems like price is just trying to keep going higher, though. If it does this and then gets rejected back down, then maybe I would take it. Right, I didn't do it. See what happens. Looks like it's going to work. Yeah, it just worked. Just not feeling it. This really messed up my psychology today. It really did. Just to have a winning trade and the copier messes it up. Because the whole point of my risk management system is that I don't have to put the same account at risk twice in a day. So the fact that I put the account at risk, it should have been a winner. Instead, I'm sitting here with a small loss. And then you have a situation like this where, I've seen these situations not work. Small bar, you got a double bottom. And I've seen so many times, even though I knew there was room to the double bottom, seen so many times it ticks under and then it goes the other way. So because I already had put this account at risk once and I'm sitting here with a little bit of a hit on it, it actually made me not want to take this even more. So now I don't know what to do, because if that's how I'm going to be trading this account the rest of the day, then I might as well just not trade the account anymore and move on to something else. But then there's only 1 day left in the payout window. So after today. So if I want any chance at that payout, I've got to take another trade today on it. So I don't know what to do. I'm in one of those spots right now where I don't want to be when I'm trading. Just frustrated and hesitant. And then the market conditions are not great. I mean, it's basically been sideways, down, and sideways since I've started trading today. I mean, sideways, down, sideways. That's been the whole trading day for an hour. I really don't know how I want to proceed with this day. And obviously it's only a $77 loss. It's just I'm so frustrated that I waited, I had 2 days where I didn't take any trades. So I finally get a trade. That's a winning trade. And somehow, even though it's not a big loss, it's just the fact that I don't have my win is why I'm upset. It's not that it's not the loss, because the loss isn't going to make a big deal in the big picture. It's just it's a winning trade, and if it had been executed properly by the copier, I would likely be one trade away from qualifying for a payout right now, and I'd be done trading that account for today. And I have one more day tomorrow to lock it in, or have the chance to, just in time for the payout window. And I like my system where I don't put any account at risk more than twice in a day. So it kind of is frustrating me, because not only would I have to put this account at risk a second time, but then it's also taking away from my chance to do something on a second account. So it's really messing me up today mentally. And I had the second trade. If this trade had worked, I mean, the trade did work, just the copier didn't work. But if the trade had worked and I had my profit on it, I would have been on to the next account here, which would have been account 27, because I would have just tried to pass it. And this was a small enough bar, 38 ticks, that I wouldn't have been hesitating on this trade for this account. So I would have definitely taken that trade on that account, and then that would have been 2 wins today. So not only do I not have one win that I should have had, but I don't have 2 wins that I should have had, because now by here I was just all messed up in my head. So I don't know, the way today's going, I feel like I should almost just stop, because I'm really frustrated. Yeah, it's just like these things have like a ripple effect when that happens. And I really, I noticed I wasn't in the trade on my PA account. I noticed it was just the sim leader account that was in the trade. So I really thought if I just let the sim get the profit target, that would just be the end of it. I didn't really think about the fact that I would still get entered in on the PA account in the opposite direction. So I'm not sure if that's ever happened to me before, or if it's happened and I just didn't understand why it happened the way it happened. But this time it happened so slowly that I was able to see each step of it happen in real time. I guess it's probably exactly what's happened other times, but because it happened so fast, I just wasn't able to comprehend what exactly was happening. And then market conditions just aren't helping the situation at all. I mean, this is, from the time I started my day, it was somewhere around here. A little less than that. So approximately from the time I started my day, we've been in a 44-point range. But the first range was like 23 points. And now this range, oops, like 21 points. And just like no volume. I mean, it's so slow. I know I'm on big tick charts, but still. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? The setups are so limited today. I mean, there's literally been 2 trades that I could have taken today. 2 trades. I don't know what to do. I really don't. I feel like if I continue to try to trade PA2, I'm just never going to commit to a trade today. With the market being like this, like the market's going to have to start going, moving, doing something. And then if I switch accounts, I'm like, what's the point? Because I'm just going to switch to like evaluation 35 then, because it's just an account that matters the least. You know, what's the point of, yeah, I don't know. All right, so the fun continues. I just got word that someone at my daughter's school was sick with something yesterday that now we're going to be worried if she's going to get it. And of course, if she gets it, I get everything she gets. So we're going to be keeping her home from school today. So I guess that's going to answer my question, which is I'm not going to be trading much longer. And this market sucks anyway. I mean, geez. Like, you ever feel like just the universe is not on your side? That's what I feel right now. I just feel like the universe is working against me. It's a conspiracy. It's a winner. It's a winning trade. Why do I have a loss today? So I lost a point on 2 contracts and a point and a quarter on the 3rd contract. But you see how messed up that is. I mean, it entered me in on what should have been my exit, and then turned it into a short trade. And it's unfortunate because if I had just waited, I could have let it turn into a winner, but you just don't know at that point. You know, it's like there's just no way to know what price is going to do next. And considering it's my most important account, I didn't want to gamble with it and just hope and pray that it turns around. So I just accepted the loss, but just so annoyed. All right. I'm just not in the mental space to watch this anymore, considering what this market looks like, and considering that I'm going to have to just eat this $77 and get over it. I don't want to put this account at risk again today, considering what the market does look like and what it's doing. And I'm just mentally not there. So I need to take the rest of the day off anyway, because my daughter's going to be waking up soon, and I'm going to have to take care of her today and keep her entertained for the day. Since I don't want to send her to school, because if she didn't get whatever this kid had yesterday, I don't know if another kid's going to be sent to school today that somebody doesn't realize that they have it and then she gets it. So we're just keeping her out of school. And so I need to record a short review video for today before she wakes up. And then I'm on Mr. Mom duty. So that's it today. One trade, should have been the winner. Instead, took a small loss. I'm thankful it's only this small, or only this big. I mean, I'm not going to be. I mean, I'm just like 99% not going to be qualifying this account for a payout by tomorrow. So even if I get a win tomorrow, I'll be shy of the profit target. And I don't want to go bigger contracts because I'm already going bigger contracts by trading 3 contracts at a time instead of 2. And it's obviously, it's a risk game. So if I do happen to take a loss, I don't want to damage the account to the point where it feels like I can't bring it back without doing something drastic. So I'm going to just take my one trade tomorrow. Hopefully, I guess I'll update my copier so I can try to trade my normal way with the copier, and hopefully it works better. And what else can I say? I don't know. I feel like I've said it all. All right, 80% discount is going on. You can use my code. That'll make me feel better. Use my code. All 2 people that are here. I mean, I should be 3-0 for the week, but I mean, the trade won. It's just the copier didn't work. But stats-wise, I took a trade, and it did what it was supposed to do. So maybe I should update it. It will also make it easier for me to talk about it in the review. So that's what it should look like today. I mean, that is what my stats should look like today. So I'm going to go with that. Unless the 2 people that are watching don't agree. It was a winning trade. Copier just didn't work. Okay. That's going to be it for me. I do live stream every day, so I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully in a better frame of mind and with better price action and with a trade that doesn't have a copier issue, hopefully. All right. I've said it all. Be back tomorrow. Hope you guys had a good trading day.